it's obvious, that's where the improvement has to be made.
Little pick and slip on the wing, and Kevon Looney, you can do that. Nice short touch. The big man out of UCLA. Curry presses up on Damian Lillard. Across it comes here to Nurkic, high post, 15 to shoot. Lillard getting one on the wing, fading away and knocking it down. Making his mark here. 28th pick in the draft back at 19. And he's a double-figure guy coming off that bench. Dance dribble handoff to Little, along with Simons and Nurkic on the floor.
I've been there and done that. When he talks to the players, the way he delivers certain messages, it's just understood. Like there was this one drill.
So the Warriors up to their old tricks, firing those threes early on the clock.
And that's one of the things that they are really hoping for, that Draymond Green can become again the shooter he was at one time. He was a really good shooter for them in the past. Good ball movement.
Toscano Anderson put a little too much on that one. He needed to club down on that one. 16 to shoot. Norman turns, faces, fires. Blazers 15 of 33. And the turnovers, Blazers 20. And the Warriors, Jordan Poole with 30 in the game, 15 in the third quarter. Smith Jr. tied up. Green light is on for Poole, who knocks down another one in transition.
Well, half the splash is on the bench right now for Golden State. So before he comes back, Poole trying to establish himself great a little bit. Nasir was on that weak side, dipping into the middle where he's supposed to be. But maybe it's, hey man, I got Steph out here. I gotta creep out a little bit closer.
I'm staying home.
But for the most part, they're in the right spot. Something the team's going to be keen in on, and then just get familiar with one another. Like Coach said before the game, he's never coached before. He's never been the head coach for a game at any level.
Like Capella stepped on the left foot and a hairline fracture.
It really was too bad because it looked like CJ was on the way to his first All-Star season. Making 5 threes a game, playing like that. And he'll do it in a pickup game.
Nurkic and Powell, along with Ben McLemore now in the corner where he's just deadly in the offensive end. Dame up top. Rocco takes another hard spell into the lane. Lillard. Jump pass finds Norman outside for 3. Pow! Porter Jr.'s there to knock down a 3. Oh, Porter Jr. playing with this unit has kind of found his rhythm now. That's not good news for the rest of the Western Conference. You're bringing him off the bench.
Wow.
Here's Blevins.
With Clay coming back.
Yep. And adding Bielitsa to the mix here. It's looking fade. Rattles it in.
Golden State came to play. You can feel a certain intensity level from them. The Blazers haven't played them in the preseason since 2016. And anytime you get the explosive backcourts together, Draymond Green on the court, you can get electric.
No timetable on the recovery.
Sizzling.
Green off to Curry, touch and shoot. Dame works on the Powell screen, jump pass across the floor. Rocco for 3. Nurk keeps that ball up top and got it. He said it always seemed like he was trying to make up ground. Now here he is with a new coach who's going to invest and empower both he and Simons, the younger players. Give them an opportunity to really pop and come on the scene and make an impact. Nurk, his second 3 of the night. That one looks good, and it is a run blocking. You're firing out, hitting somebody. You're taking it.
I know that excites you. He's like rumbling.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a party at our house when they got Cody Zeller. Like, oh, a screen setter. Up a deep 3 off the mark, and a real nice defensive stand there for the Blazers. A lot of clubs in the NBA want to get their offense going in the first 6 seconds. It's noticeable on CJ's. Bielitsa knocks down another jumper.
It's 12 for CJ, yeah.
Okay. made the difference. Of course, as many minutes as he plays, he just gets shredded during the the coach's room, and then from there, Chauncey didn't know where to go, so I led him the rest of the way. And we got into the office, and there he was sitting at that desk beneath that framed picture of Jack Ramsey, the great late Dr. Jack. Here's Bradley outside, triggering short. Ray Godella, 18 years in the NBA. Former champion, part of the death lineup. Here's Lillard outside for three. Will trigger the three as well. Porter outside. It's his turn. He'll knock it down. Porter trying to come back with an injury, a sprain, and then a fracture of the left foot. Down for 51 games in the 1920 season. Here's Simons for three, and we know he can do.
But so far, from what we've seen in training camp, it's looked pretty good.
Jordan Poole from long range, third-year pro out of Michigan. Shot 35% from three a year ago. CJ on the exchange from Nurk goes right to the body. Good, strong.
The ball screen. They want to meet the ball handler at the level of the screen, keep the ball out of the paint, and that forces you to rotate on that backside. It takes communication, basketball IQ, and effort. You got to make those extra effort type plays. And they did it to get that stop before the turnover.
There's a nice pass inside to Nance. It's encouraging for a big guy, right?
And on a repost, on a kick out than a repost, you can get a little deeper. You can get a foot closer to the rim, get better positioning.
Warriors up 6. Early going. Rocco, good entry in deep. Nurk does his work early, turns, but got the ball too low where Looney could get a campaign to reduce the minutes that Lillard and CJ spend out on the floor. And one solution will be this guy, Simons. If he pops this year, inside, nice pass, and you see the... And this here little Larry Nance Jr. in for the first time tonight as well for the Blazers, with CJ McCollum to seek the 5. Nance dribble handoff. Bielitsa in deep, covered by Little. Poole will trigger another three. Poole was third last year, all-time franchise among rookies for threes attempted. Or actually, that goes back 2 years ago. He's a third-year pro. Behind, as you probably know by now, Curry and Thompson over 200 attempts. He's got the green line inside, and CJ sneaks to the inline
to win the slam dunk contest last year. First trailblazer to do that in history.
Little way up top to grab the rebound. I guess the question about Simons is, does he have the handle to get those backup point guard minutes? Here he comes off the screen for pull-up. A cast hard off the iron. This team, the 48-year-old from Linden, Alabama, who's a veteran in this league, in Brooklyn, Boston, Detroit, Washington, Houston, and Chicago. The tip won by the Blazers, and the emphasis this year is most obviously the defense.
It is the defense, but also trying to maintain that prolific offense. The Blazers last season had the second best net rating offensively.
7th year. Initially started off playing for the Lakers and then on to the Cleveland Cavaliers, born in Akron, Ohio. Of course, Larry Nance, a great player, an icon in Cleveland for so many years. And he's keeping up the proud tradition of the family for sure. Lillard, the slash, bounces out to Rocco. Juggled it as he went into the air. The three to Bradley.
You got to watch out for him. Remember, it was just a few years ago where Dame and CJ would tell you, when you ask him who's the best perimeter defender in the league, it'd be him, Avery Bradley.
Zeller, good screen setter, trying to spring Simons.
Oh, hold on.
CJ, and a three.
That's why they were excited to get him. He fits how they play already.
A career 387 for center from three. Simons checked by Lee. They put some length on him. CJ in deep, master of the midway.
And that's where you rely on Coach Billups and his staff, their IQs, their feel of the game, of when to make that adjustment. But generally, they want to be up at that screen.
Simons, 5 assists, no turnovers in the first half. Two-man play to Nurk on a inside-out pick and popping, playing in the fourth quarter, Carlos. Well, yeah, you're right. And so they did. And so in the spring of that year, and Span of 2 weeks, he hit game-winning shots. One was against the Warriors. He hit a 3 over Chris Mills.
Warded with the ball back.
C.J. McCollum on the bench leading the way with a dozen for the Blazers. Powell over to Lillard. Facilitating tonight to Powell for 3. Nurk Keith was leading from the Bridget and Cody turned to the bench and said, I broke it. So that's all we know about zone. And then earlier than that, in the opening moments of the third, Norman Powell. Emphasized in the camp this week is that transition. Getting back on defense and then offensively getting into their sets with pace. Here's the inbounds to Powell. Fall away jumper got it. Warrior hands it out of bounds. Moses Moody in the lineup for the Warriors. 6'6" out of Arkansas. 14th pick in this year's draft. He's been called a 3-and-3 guy. Here's Little, the fall away jumper. Nailed it.